This is McCook's Mr. Bilson. Honored to have you here. Throughout my life, I've never seen a positive that a negative wasn't nearby. That it wasn't nearby. Just as there is a God, there is a devil. And so, keeping that in mind, there are more than a few that think that Israel is the nation picked by God, or they are a chosen people, if you will. So who is the chosen people? Who is the chosen nation of the devil? Interesting concept. Well, now some would say, well, because Hitler and the Germans in general fought World War I and World War II against us, that makes them monsters. For sure in World War II, with Hitler killing some 2 million Jews and twice that many more, probably of other races that just simply don't have the notoriety of the Jew, that perhaps Germany is the devil's nation. Still, some might say that Russia is the devil's nation. Anti-God they be, with their mindset. Be that as it may, though, they did kill more people than Hitler ever did, absolutely. And so perhaps that's the nation of the devil. Some will say that America, with the mountains of sins that this nation has done, perhaps we are the devil's nation. Might well be. Good argument for it. As for me, if I was to put my 2 cents in, I would say China. Why? Well, their totem is a dragon, and quite often the devil was considered a dragon. Also, the Chinese, if you look back in history, of the 9 largest wars ever fought in the world, 7 of them were fought in China. Excluding World War I and World War II were the only 2 that were larger wars than fought in China. So those people know how to go to war. And that would make the devil very happy. Absolutely. I would finish it with this. Now, China is wrapping its coils around the world. Panama is a good example. They bought the Panama Canal, and now there are more Chinese in Panama than Panamanians. And they're working to take over all of Central America, Mexico, South America. They're working every place to take that part and have it done and under their control. And, of course, to the north of America, Canada, hundreds of thousands of Chinese have moved in there, many of them military age, perhaps waiting for orders to march. So if you had a plum that you wished to pluck, wrapping your tentacles all the way around so that there was no escape, and so the attack would come from every direction, I would say China is getting pretty close to where they need to be. Save that the American public is still armed. Once that's eliminated, look out. And whether they are the devil's nation or not, they can make this hell on earth for everybody. Absolutely. But as for Chinese people, I know a number of them, and they're good people. Just as every nation and every race has good and bad. But if I was to pick, China would be the number 1 as far as I can see. What's your choice?